Good afternoon, Professor. This is Stephen Manohar Gurum from your machine learning class. I just solved all the assignment uh, problems, and then I'm going to explain this. And what I'm thinking is publishing this particular video on YouTube, making it public, and then providing the link of YouTube to the assignment so that you can view it. I mean, I couldn't find any other way to provide a link. I guess it is fine. So yeah, thank you. So basically, the first question here is on lists. So we were given a list of 10 students and their ages. So we were asked to sort the list and then make find the minimum and maximum ages in the list and add that minimum and maximum ages to the main list. And then we were asked to do the median age and then to find the average age, like it's a sum of all ages divided by the number of ages. Then find the range of ages, like the difference between the first minimum age and the maximum age. So what I essentially did was just use the sort function that is already in Python. Basically, the sort function is nothing but tim sort. It is like a combination of insertion sort and then merge sort, right? It's an optimal algorithm that sorts any given number of um, what do you say items in a list. So the once I sorted the list, I just did a list indexing, and then I assigned index 0 item to minimum age, and then index -1, which is the last item, to the maximum age, and then I appended these minimum and maximum age to the main list. And then I printed, you can see the outputs of the minimum age and maximum age, and then the appended 19 and 26 here. And then I just used the length function in Python to determine the length. And then I just wrote an if else condition. Basically, this if else condition is because sometimes we have even number of elements in a list, or we have odd number of elements in a list. If we have odd number of elements, we can just do a floor division and then take the middle number that is left and then use it as a median age. But as we can see, we only have in the list we have even number of ages, which means we're gonna do floor division of 2. We're gonna subtract one element from it, which means the element that is right to the left of the middle age, and the element that is in the left, that is in the center. That's the age sorted number divided by 2. So we're just essentially taking the number divided by 2 and the number that is in front of it. That's what this 2 minus 1 and divided by 2 minus 1 essentially is. And then we are like adding these two numbers and then dividing it by 2 so that we'll get an average, as we discussed in the class, as you taught us in the class. And then we found the median age as 24, and then the average age is nothing but just the sum of all the ages and then divided by the length of ages. So, and then I also did an average, uh, an age range, which is essentially the difference between the maximum age and the minimum age. Yeah. So I took the maximum age and the minimum age in this particular order because we know that we don't want the ages to be negative. So I took the bigger number in the first and then a smaller number in the second. This just that is just a small detail. So, coming to the second program, what we essentially did were assigned to do was to create a dictionary called dog, and then we were asked to add name, color, breed, legs, and age to the dog dictionary. Essentially, these are the attributes of a dog. To be more precise, and in the language of machine learning, we would say the features of a dog, right? So we were asked to do that, and also we were asked to create a student dictionary, add first name, last name, gender, age, marital status, skill, country, city, address as keys for the dictionaries, and then essentially the what do you say, the values of these keys are given. So like we can enter any values. I entered some random values. So yeah, and then we were asked to get the length of the student dictionary, get the values of values of the skills, and then check the data types. So like the particular key value pair of skills, we were asked to check the data type of the skills, and then it should be a list, is what the question says. So yeah, and then we're gonna like modify the skills values by adding one or two skills, and then we get the dictionary keys as list and get the dictionary values as list. So that's what I essentially did with this particular program. So I just created a dog dictionary, which is this is the syntax to create a dog dictionary. And then what I did was I just, added all the features of dog, like, dog name, and then this is the key and this is a value. So I just essentially did all the things that are required. And I also created a student. So yeah, student dictionary here. I might have messed up here. This should be right here. Okay. Um, and then Okay, I don't know, for some reason this is raising an error. The next problem is on tuples. We essentially are working on tuples. We are just joining the tuples together, like how we are trying to find how the length of tuples here, modifying the tuples and like making a new tuple, right? So I took two variables naming sisters and brothers and gave random names. So this is essentially a tuple. I just use plus operator to join these two both tuples, and then I use the length to determine the number of siblings there are in a tuple. I added these father and mother names, and then added these two family members, and then have this tuple here. So, and then the next problem is on sets. So we have a set of IT companies, and then we have set of A and set B, and then we have a ages list. So we were asked to do some operations on these sets. So the first operation is to find the length of the set. So this particular length is 7 because we have 7 companies in this set. And then the second operation was to add Twitter to the set. So we just use add function here, and then we are going to update the set with these two companies. We removed Netflix from it, and then we were asked a question about the difference and the between remove and discard. Once we do remove a particular item from a set, we're gonna get an error, raise an error, because because the element is not present, right? So, but discard doesn't raise an error when we remove a particular element from a set once we discard it. Okay, so we use the union function to find the discard all the common elements in A and B, and give a set of all the elements that are only in A and only in B. And then we use the intersection function to find all the elements that are common in A and B, and we are printing them all. So we are finding if B is a subset of A. So we are finding if A is disjoint to B by using the is disjoint function. So we update, we are just joining A and B by using the update functions here. We are using the symmetric difference function in order to find the symmetric difference between A and B. We are deleting the all the sets by using the del keyword, and then we're basically this is the key concept where the difference of the list and the difference of of a set, because the length of a set is given by the number of items in a set. But whereas in number of items in a set, but the main difference is that a set has unique items, so we have lesser number of elements than in a list, because we have duplicate items in a list. So that's why we have a difference of 8 and a 5 here. And the next problem is, we tried, and we used um, uh, math library, and then pi to, we imported math, and then we essentially applied the formula to find the area of circle and the circumference of circle. We took the user's input. I just did take the radius first, and then the user input I took second, because I wanted to do the entire process twice, just to make sure the answers are correct. So that's what you can see. This answer is for this radius, and when the user gives the same radius, we get the same answer. So we basically use math.pi. Pi r square is the formula for, and then we have the pi r as the circumference of the circle here. And then we're using the escape sequences. Tab, slash d is for tab, so it gives the output as slash a tab. We're doing the same thing as we did in the above here, but we're using string formatting methods, which essentially is we put this bracket here, and then use the format method to assign the contents of these variables to these particular brackets. And then coming to the last, uh, we just take a list of weights in LBS, convert them into cages here, and then try print them into a list. So first, I took the number of students, which is 4, as I entered here, and then I created a list in LBS, and then I appended every single weight in an iterative fashion, to this particular list. I did the same, but here I calculated the conversion, which is 0.453592. LBS is 1 kg, so I just calculated the kgs, and then appended the kgs here to the list of kgs. I printed them all here. Yeah, thank you for giving me this assignment. This was real fun doing this assignment. So, have a great day.